Or stop talking.
live.
I agree. Yeah.
Keep going.
So hey everybody, it's Dale Jr. This is the Ask Junior part of the show. Me and TJ are sitting here in the middle of the podcast. All right. And I got to ask you this question. So we're in the middle of the podcast, and then we're going to do Ask Junior. And when we do Ask Junior, we're going to go live on YouTube just like we are now. Me and TJ are sitting here having a conversation, just bullshitting. Travis, the producer, says, stop talking. We're getting ready to go live. Who cares? Who cares if we're talking when the YouTube live Ask Junior segment begins? Who cares?
Yeah, I don't.
He says it's weird.
He's weird.
He thinks we should not be talking in this. It's like top of the show. We should.
Just trying to make the show look professional, that's all.
Why? I mean, if you want to, before, I guess it's live, so you can't really do this, but you could do a flash screen or some kind of a stinger at the front end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. An intro.
Yeah, an intro. You could have that ready to roll when we go live, and then me and TJ could just be sitting here bullshitting when we kind of come in.
All right.
Because me and TJ like to shoot the crap.
Yeah, when we want you to join.
Yep. And we have things to talk about that you won't let us talk about on the show. Such as
Accurate.
buying packs.
Ripping packs.
Ripping packs, yep.
Of cards.
Hey, this Ask Junior segment is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity, their copy, man. It's I love Xfinity. I do. But the copy.
It's not.
I mean, I can see you can't stop me. We're live on YouTube, and I can say whatever I want.
can't
And
end
there's
it.
nothing you can do. You can't edit it out.
He said he can end it.
Xfinity is waving the red flag on internet price hikes. All right? Xfinity is not going to raise the price of their internet. All right? And you can get the speed and reliability that you need in the Wi-Fi at your home. You'll be locked in at the same price for 5 years. So, like, what, that's a hell of a deal because everything gets more expensive. But you're going to pay the same for 5 years. They don't tell me this. This ain't in the copy. But I'm going to bet you during that 5 years, while you're paying the same price, they're going to give you more speed because that's just what happens. Infrastructure gets better. They run some new lines on your street. Whatever. I mean, this happened to me. They don't know I got this damn house, and my internet keeps getting faster. They keep giving me notices and emails. You're getting more speed. Don't freak out. You're not paying more. So that's not in the copy. That's what I add. They probably don't want me to tell you that. But there's no surprises. Yeah. They want me to say no surprises, no late yellows, just a straight shot to victory lane. And just like that, folks, we've got a winner. Xfinity, imagine that. The copy is very, cheeky and a lot of race puns. But Xfinity Wi-Fi is straight badass. And I've had it at my house for years, and I don't ever have any outages. And I'm way out on the end of the street, and I look up at the power lines, and I'm like, that shit don't look too good. But I don't ever have no outages. All the power lines out there that have ran on this road have been there forever. And there's tons of, it's kind of in a beach area, and there's a lot of storms and stuff. But it's always up, especially when my kids were younger and we needed all those damn, cams and baby cams and all everything. Yep. I've got, 30, 40, 50 different things connected to the Wi-Fi in this house. Everything is, wireless. And, it works like a champ. And so I'm very thankful. And, yes, they have sped up my internet, but I'm just a normal ass customer on the street to them. And they are, they're telling me, hey, man, don't be alarmed. You're not getting charged more. Your internet's getting faster. It's just what's happening. 5 years, same price. I think that's a hell of a thing. So, all right. I think I've sold it.
You did a good job.
Surely somebody's going to get some Xfinity Wi-Fi.
Surely.
After that.
So his first question comes from Dallas Dunn in the chat. Would you rather live the rest of your life without beer or video games?
Shit.
Ooh.
Video games. Tough one, though. Tough choice. I've got to drink beer. Eventually, though, I imagine there's going to be a day at some point where video games would be the one I would prefer. I don't know. It's tough because I'm probably going to drink beer till I'm 70 at the least. And I'm probably not going to be a gamer at 70.
I mean, I didn't even play video games for a while until NCAA came back out. So
Right. Yeah, video game. I could do without video games.
Yeah.
Keep the beer.
I need.
Yeah. But tough, though. I mean, I love video games. It's a tough one.
It is tough.
TJ probably
TJ's gonna say
beer.
I don't know, man. It's tough. I do think if at different stages you could.
TJ, you could just go back to drinking your, your little wine coolers and stuff.
Oh god, yeah, the early days.
You could do a little Seagram wine.
Listen, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
You could get some Boone's
For like the first 2 weekends I moved to North Carolina, I went to me and D. Neal had a refrigerator, and it didn't have anything in it that I would drink. And we went to the grocery store, and I'm like, I'm going to need a 6-pack of them Smirnoff Ices. And
Give me a Zima.
yeah, and that lasted about maybe 2 weeks, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And it was beer from there on out.
TJ, when's the last time you had 4 beers in one day?
Oh, I don't have a problem drinking. I mean, you...
I've got a picture of him at Mr. Z's in Key West at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And it is hilarious.
Even like we were ordering drinks, like I was drinking too, I was drinking them fast.
Yeah, man.
Like
he has his days. He'll get on the throttle.
yeah.
TJ like drunk.
I'm usually happy.
He is a happy drunk.
Yeah, I'm a happy drunk.
He's fun.
I need to experience TJ drunk
Yeah.
once in my life.
I'm yeah.
All right, so our next question.
We need to do a podcast.
Oh
Drunk.
no.
Oh,
I would love to. When they had Drunk History,
yes,
I was like, man, I kind of would like to do that show. Drunk History was freaking awesome,
that'd be awesome.
wasn't it? And I mean, those people were legit drunk.
All right, let's do one later.
That wasn't no, you kind of, you're watching it and you're like, I'm waiting for somebody to sort of trip up here and give up the ghost, right? They ain't really as drunk as they're playing to be, but they were.
Can we tape an
Drunk
episode?
History was a good show.
Let's tape an episode a little
Never
later
seen
in the
it.
day, just once, and we'll see how it goes.
Sorry?
We'll tape an episode later in the day once, and we can have some drinks and see
We'll
how
do
it goes.
a pilot.
Yeah,
A pilot for our drunk podcast.
yeah. Next question comes from our good friends at I think Xfinity actually sent this one in. Dale, do you bring your fire suit with you to races just in case he needs to get you in the car?
No. Dude, I'm going to tell you how close I came really close to a Myatt Snyder episode. We were at Atlanta, and I am in the booth. We're going to be live in 15 minutes. And Michael Annett says that he can't race. I think this was around when Michael had the broken leg, and he was just like, man, I can't do it. I don't feel good. And it was last minute when he decided this. And LW and Kelly called me, and they're like, hey, can you drive the car? And I'm like, oh, I don't have a helmet. I don't have a suit or anything. I'm up in the booth with my tie on, mic headset, going live in 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, what am what are my bosses going to say? Are they going to be okay with me just totally prioritizing that and not being available for the job they're paying me to do?
In-car reporter.
That ain't gonna be enough. That ain't that. Anyways, I was like, hey, get BJ McLeod. They couldn't find BJ, and they found Austin Dillon, and he jumped in the car last minute, like literally right as they're getting ready to start the race. Austin Dillon jumped in the car and raced it, and I regret not doing it. But I don't know if I'd have had to wear someone else's helmet. I didn't have my helmet, and I don't want to wear another person's helmet. It's all nasty and smelly.
Not gonna
Our
fit,
helmets.
right?
Well, I don't know how other people are, but I wore the same helmet all year. Yeah,
Interesting.
and I would not have, I don't want you wearing my helmet.
Ah, there's no way. Blech.
Yeah.
And the fire suit, like it's
Connor Hall, we went testing my late model somewhere, and Connor Hall threw one of my spare helmets on, and I got there, and he was like, yeah, man, use your spare helmet. I'm like, it's yours now, pal. You can keep it. I'm like, I don't want it back. But that's just how I am.
that's like I was at a wedding and buddy he's like, I don't have socks. I forgot them. I'm like, here. And he's like, do you want them back? I'm like, no.
Hell no.
Like you
Yeah.
those are yours. Burn them,
Yeah.
whatever
That's
you
right,
want.
Yeah.
That's why we go race them go-karts. I always bring a helmet.
Yeah.
Like, you go run for fun. You got to bring
No,
one.
I ain't wearing spare helmets. somebody else's helmet.
Well, yeah, not even
Community
theirs.
helmet.
Those are community helmets.
So I don't know. I wished I would have done it. I should have done it. I should have raced it.
I can't imagine they saw Snyder like texting, getting information on like the track.
Yeah,
'Cause
brake
it's a road course,
markers.
too. Like
Yeah.
it's not just like, getting
Yeah.
super speed racing.
Hey,
Or something.
listen, bravo to Myatt for
Doing it.
What is he going to say? No? Of course he's going to say yes. But bravo for him for getting in there, doing the job, getting it back home, bringing it back to pit road, one piece. And, yeah. So
Is this not like
hoping that there's no long-term issues and whatever's going on.
having your team here? Does it not look like, not that you need it a lot, but like, is it like, hey, you guys rotate staying Sunday from here on out, like your guys like have rotate staying on Sundays just in case?
Look, I don't know why they didn't have. Well, I don't know. I mean, they if you got an inkling that a guy might be sick or ill or having an issue, you definitely have Justin Allgaier sitting on
That's what I'm
sideline
saying.
for Alex Bowman or somebody. But if you think everything's fine and the guys are healthy, you shouldn't need to, because it's expensive, paying for a guy to have a room, and he's not going to hang around for free. He's, putting somebody on having a reserve driver at every single race. That's $150,000.
I'm surprised like Chevy doesn't have one that like.
That's what I'm saying.
No, listen, I'm surprised with you.
No, because I get for like one team, like that's going to be a lot every week. But if like Chevy, Ford, Toyota each have one, then you can kind of
maybe everybody's got different shells. The insert goes, inserts don't all get the same seat.
There's a lot to it.
There is a lot to it.
Next question, TJ, has your cool shirt ever failed?
No. I've only had to use it. I've only used it like 3 times,
TJ
4
has
times.
a cool shirt that he wears on the booth or on the roof.
It's hot up there. Only 90 and above. You bring it and use it.
So how effective are they? Because it feels like these fail.
Oh, they're amazing.
It's ridiculous.
They're amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I saw Sage Karam or somebody on social media said, man, I didn't notice a big difference when I used one. Such a risk to use one because if it breaks, it's really bad. It's like wearing long johns, right, in a race car. It's like sweat your ass off.
Mm-hmm.
But his must have not worked very well because the chill outs are wildly effective. So I raced forever with like a little shell fan in my helmet. We didn't have any cool vests.
Yeah, just blowers.
And you were not comfortable, but it was what it was. And then we got little cool boxes that blew cool air into the helmet. And that was just a little better, not a lot. But, this box in the car, and it's doing all it can just to make the air, instead of 120 degrees, it's making the air maybe 95 or 90 degrees. Mm-hmm. And then we got these cool vests. I would say the cool vest is about a 40-degree difference in your core temperature body. So the cool vest basically is all in your torso. All right, so it's not your sleeves.
Yeah, it's just
shoulder.
A shirt.
It's basically from your chest down to your belly and in your back. And as soon as you turn it on,
you can feel it.
It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
It is cool. And when it's working as designed, it's a massive difference. And if I raced in the Xfinity or Cup level, I would not run without one, unless it was maybe 60 degrees outside. Really cool day. Maybe I wouldn't run one, but
I mean, in our instance, if you go to the beach and stand on the beach, it's hot. Like you don't ever go there and stand there in just the sun. You get an umbrella or that shade, right? You go in our spot and you stand up there you're up there an hour and a half before the race. So you're up there for 4+ hours easily.
Pure sun, no shade.
No shade.
Mm-hmm.
And Phoenix is the only spotter stand that has shade. It's the only one that has one of those temporary things up. But you're up there just baking. And when we wear them, there's 2 or 3 of us that have them. You don't get at night. You're not just drained completely. Like you just feel like it's hard to describe. The same, like you just feel like you're not just running to the ground. That's like right. You retain your fluids throughout the day more and stuff. And I looked over at Nashville a couple of years ago, and Tim Fidoa, I remember looking over at Timmy, and he had his head hung over the railing and like a towel hanging on his neck. And the caution would come out and everyone would run back to the cooler, dip their towels. Everyone was dipping in the same cooler, and I'm like, oh, like, and they're all like wringing them out, putting them back on their heads and stuff. And I'm over there just flipping the switch, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. So, I mean, you know what it feels like when you turn it on. The first time I did it, I was like, holy cow, it's amazing.
Yeah, very cool.
Next question comes from the chat. What did you think of your nieces, Carson and Kennedy, handling
regulators
fight there at Car Store?
Yeah, that's a fine line. So Kennedy pitches in with the Cars Tour. Carson's full time in the office every day working on Cars Tour. She's a maniac. Everybody in the series, I believe, thinks a lot of both of them girls and the work ethic and the passion that they have for it. Carson has become an incredible value and asset to the tour. And if it wasn't a junior motorsports car, I mean, I think, they have to absolutely try to kind of keep the peace, but they have to also be careful not to cross the line and be physical themselves. But, I didn't see anything that I would say was problematic, but, they just have to, it's a balance because they do work for the series. They also have a connection to me. I own the car that won the race that the guy's mad at. Doug Barnes was upset with Caden Quapple after Caden squeezed him into the fence off of turn 4 coming to the white.
Understandable.
I totally understand it. It was good hard racing, but you definitely don't want to have to fence your car. Doug's going to have to probably replace some things on the front of his car. He's probably got to take the rear end housing out and send it off to get it checked. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of work, right? But it's just called good hard racing. And, so that was the line right there. That was all the way up to the line where it could become problematic for the tour, right? We don't, I'm saying, like, if it got more physical than that, then it's just not a good look for anybody. Yeah. But it's also tough for the girls.
And Doug did go in there saying he just wanted to talk.
Yeah,
so
there was nothing going on. Doug did put his arms in the car, and it was like, all right, wait, this is starting.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Well, I'm glad it didn't escalate to anything worse than that. And the girls, man, they reacted immediately. And
yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah. So, I was more thankful that Travis Quapple stood there and didn't do anything. I was more worried about Travis because he seems like,
if it would have went any further, it'd have been hard to hold Travis back probably.
Travis don't mess around.
No.
Next question comes from Go Gators. Smashing Pumpkins or Pearl Jam?
Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
That's a close one. I played a lot of drums when I was young to Smashing Pumpkins.
Man, they're both really good, though.
Yeah, so good. I remember when Smashing Pumpkins' first CD came out, and how much I listened to that. Golly.
Like 1979 one, or?
No, Shrub Rock, was it?
Maybe.
Called? I forget the name. What?
Cherub Rock. Say that again, James.
Yeah, Cherub Rock. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I wasn't sure how to pronounce it, but that was like their sound, his sound, the sound of his voice, the sound of their guitar, their music was so unique to anything else, and grunge and all that stuff was at the peak.
Yeah, it was big.
And then I remember I was thinking about this like literally a couple days ago. I remember going to the mall. I was working as an oil change mechanic at the dealership, and I remember going to the mall in Hickory because Dad's dealership was in Newton, and buying Versus when it came out, and walking back to my truck and putting it in and immediately starting to play it. You don't know how fun that was when an album or a record or a CD tape, whatever it was. I think I was listening to cassettes in my truck.
They were always hard to open, the plastic on them and stuff.
Yeah, sure. But you knew when the cassette was going to release. When it did, you took your lunch break and went to the mall, went into the record store, went and bought it. You walked over there. You'd pick that thing out of the rack, and it'd have this little plastic thing on it, so you couldn't walk out of the store with it. You take it over.
Yeah.
They'd have to, like, key it out of this plastic. And you'd walk out of the store, rip that thing apart, rip it open, and stick it in your cassette player,
Mm-hmm.
turn on your truck, and your entire life was different. Like from that moment forward, that Pearl Jam record or whatever it might be would change your whole disposition. And now you're rocking, you run up down the road playing that thing
Over.
from forward to back,
Over and over
front
again.
to back,
Yeah.
front to back.
What was your first CD?
I remember the first time I heard Black from Pearl Jam. I was I thought I knew like all of the hits, right? I was a big Nirvana fan, loved Pearl Jam, but I hadn't listened to the whole 10 album for whatever reason. And I remember being in a pickup truck Hank Parker Jr. was driving when he played Black for the first time. He's like, "Hey man, you heard this one?" And I was like, "Damn, this is good." I mean, I know I've got this record, I got this cassette. And I remember the first time I heard Release. Release is the last song on the 10 album for Pearl Jam. Release is one of my favorite songs of all time. And just an incredible fucking song, sorry. And so I was going to school at Mitchell Community College taking automotives. And my best friend Tommy was in the class, and there was this other kid, and he was in a band. And we went to a strip mall in Statesville to hear his band play. And they played Release. And I hadn't heard Release, and they played it, and it was so good. And I went up to him, and I was like, "What was that song y'all played? It was amazing." He goes, "That's Release. It's the last song on the 10 album." I was like, "Really?" I went and listened to it.
You never got to it.
I went and listened to it in my truck. I know. I'm like, what in the world? I pride myself on like being on the front end of shit like that. But I remember the very minute I first heard "Smells Like Teen Spirit." I was standing in a buddy's living room, and I went to his house to pick him up. We were running an errand somewhere, probably going to the mall, do something goofy. And we were getting ready to walk out the door, and he goes, "Hey, stop. Have you heard this song?" MTV was on the TV, and they were getting ready to start the video.
I remember when that came out.
And I was like, "No, I hadn't heard this." He's like, "You got to hear it." And we stood at the door looking at his TV for 3.5 minutes to listen to that video.
And it was awesome.
My life changed completely in that moment.
Do you remember your first 3 CDs that you bought, or first CDs?
I had records.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying like when it went, like I had some tapes. I didn't have records, but I might have had a record. I had a Beach Boys record.
I remember my very first record. It was "Hold Me" by Fleetwood Mac.
Mine was Beach Boys. Greatest.
It was
hits.
a 45 single.
My first Beach Boys, but my first 3 CDs, I remember I got my first CD player, and it was Rex and Effects, Stone Temple Pilots, and UB40.
Damn.
My first 3 CDs.
Yeah. I love that, man. I mean, music, I know I'm not unique in this way. Music, obviously, in my life plays a massive role. Like, I listen to music every moment I can fit it into the day. If I'm in my pickup truck driving the kids to school, we got the radio on. We're listening to music. We're curating the soundtrack for the next NASCAR console game right now. And I love being involved in stuff like that. So it's I have a lot of memories of like I remember when I heard this song. I remember where I was, what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we request to get T.I., let him know on the new game?
It's on the list.
I mean, ever since you mentioned it, like
it's good.
I play it all the time,
Yeah.
and like on TikTok, like everybody might just like, these kids nowadays don't know how great this song is.
So I will say this: when we're creating the NASCAR soundtrack, we want to have like a very diverse. We need females, males, we need country, we need hip hop, rap, we need rock, we need a little bit of everything. Right?
Something for everybody.
And so, like, I like a lot of different music, but I don't know. Like, I'm definitely not as tuned in to some of the like current popular music that's that's not country or not rock and roll. And so pop rock or any kind of hip hop or current stuff, we need to lean on someone else for that. To give us some ideas. But the problem with a lot of sampled music, so if we want a song, we go and we say, all right, we got a lady that's very good at her job, and her name's Allison, and she clears the music. She goes to the record label. She finds out who needs to get paid and how much they need to get paid. And we have a budget, and we have to say, okay, this song fits in the budget. Well, this song, we want it really bad, but it is not in the budget, right? And so we're going to try to put 20, 25 songs on this soundtrack, and we've got this much money to do that with. And so the problem with a lot of sampled music is you have to pay the artist, the current record label, and then you got to go back and pay the artist of the sampled music and that record label. Yeah. And so you got to buy the song twice.
Jeez.
Yeah, it sucks. Because I wanted to put Stuntin' Like My Daddy, and it was so expensive to just get the rights to use it. It was like, oh man. And we have to use the clean versions, and it takes like half of the
song away.
Yeah. It's just like, all right. But it's a fun challenge. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This next question comes from our friends at Lionel Racing. And we're going to rank it in 3. How would you rank the many forms of a potato? So, like
French fries,
mashed potatoes, au gratin, and
French fries.
tater tots.
French fries is 1.
Do you have a favorite kind of French fry? Style, I should say.
I mean, the curly fries at Arby are pretty good. So I like. No, not really. I mean, I put a little bit of salt on there.
Yep.
Every place has their own mix, and they kind of separate each other.
French fries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 1. Number 2 is baked potato with butter.
It's hard to beat that.
Yep. A good old baked potato.
No other toppings?
No.
I like some bacon, some cheese.
Nope. I just like baked potato with butter.
All right.
And a steak with A1. Those 2 things.
I mean, that is a solid meal.
Sometimes A1 hits the potatoes a little bit, and it's still pretty
Oh,
good.
that's so good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Not complaining.
Number 3 is potato chip.
Ketchup flavored.
Only in Canada.
Yeah.
Dude,
with the ketchup flavor.
you have no idea what you're missing out. So in Canada, they have shit we don't have, just like we have shit they don't have. They have ketchup flavored potato chips.
They have those in America.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like, I haven't seen this. The ones we had at Hickory were good.
Yeah.
Like real good.
Well, I've got a friend of mine. Yeah. What does it say? Look there. What does it say right there?
So you can order
what
them.
does it say?
Yeah,
No.
Canadian catalog.
Huh?
What is the first? No, go down. The one you clicked on. What is that word down there beside blank and more?
Yeah, there's one that's Canada, but there's also some that aren't in Canada.
I don't know, man.
So you don't see these on the shelf here, I don't
You
think.
don't.
But you can order them.
Huh.
I've figured that out.
Well, I'm not surprised that you can order.
I know,
Have them shipped
yeah.
to you. But to your point, like you don't go in the store and see them.
No.
A buddy of mine that lives in Canada brings me down the Five Alive and all the other good things.
Those are so good.
Well, he brings the ketchup flavored chips, and so in my mind, it's a Canada thing.
Okay.
But
that's fair.
yeah, so it's just like eating a French fry with ketchup. It is exactly the same taste.
It's good.
Right,
It's got the
When
flavor.
send you a bag, and I'll try one.
It's really good. Listen, I usually just put ketchup on my plate and then put stuff on it. Like that, I'm a ketchup guy. So.
Are you put ketchup on your eggs?
Oh yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
disgusting.
Easily.
You've gone to, but that's like a common thing.
I don't really love eggs. I put some salt on them and I'll eat them. But eggs, me and eggs are just kind of
I could have eggs
Yeah, I don't mind
every
them.
day
Yeah, eggs are good.
I don't know.
because there's so many ways to cook.
Yeah, you can mix it up.
I agree. There's ways to cook them, but
And ketchup goes on all of them.
wish I loved eggs more than I do. I don't love eggs as much as I wish I did.
Are you a breakfast person though?
I'm not.
Now, yeah, if I could eat what I wanted, but I can't eat what I want. I can't eat French toast every day. I love French toast.
It is the
That's like the
premier.
first thing I learned how to cook. I was so proud of myself. Like when me and Amy started dating,
Dipping it in there.
I'm like, you wait till I cook you some French toast. I thought I was gonna just.
That was your
That was it.
Michelin
That was
star
it?
chef over here.
Yeah.
French toast was the, man, wait till breakfast.
My life hack for French toast.
Once I cooked her the French toast, she was in. That's what I thought
I got her.
because I knew how to do it.
So I get the Pepperidge Farm French toast flavored bread. So then all you have to do is dip in the egg wash, throw it on the skillet. You don't have to do anything else.
Do you know that have you ever tried, instead of using egg wash, have you ever tried vanilla ice cream?
No, but
You need to.
you got my attention.
If you want to make French toast that'll blow your socks off, knock your socks off,
I mean, I can see that.
use ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
I will report back.
I mean, it's all vanilla ice cream's got all the same ingredients, right? But it kind of caramelizes as well in the pan with all the sugar.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yeah. Next question.
Well, that's it.
Oh shit, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk to you again about Xfinity. They're waving the red flag on price hikes.
Red flag.
Red flag is out. The green flag is back out for savings. Xfinity Wi-Fi, they'll give you this, they'll lock you in at the same price for 5 years. It's a hell of a deal. It's great Wi-Fi service. Yeah. Straight to victory lane. And just like that, folks, we have a winner. Xfinity, imagine that. They have that new Xfinity, imagine that. That's their tagline.
Yep.
I suppose I'm saying it right. There's a little pause behind Xfinity.
Yeah.
Xfinity, imagine that.
I mean, there feels like there should be a comma.
Xfinity, imagine that.
Yeah.
But it's good stuff. We'll
No
see y'all later.
surprise.
We're good. And Russell should be jumping.